Good morning and welcome to Centers for Spiritual Living Greater Boston, our Sunday celebration. We are here in lovely Medford and we are here with our hearts full and our focus on questioning everything. That is our topic today. We are science of mind is what we teach here. That's our philosophy. And what that does is it combines philosophy, religion, and science. And it gives us the opportunity to be in everything and looking at everything in that way of questioning, in that way of power, in that way of openness. Because we are open at the top, knowing that there are things we are yet to know and open to all of it. So we are here to celebrate today. We are celebrating life itself and the majesty and the miracles that are unfolding. And I'm so grateful to have you here with us. I'm Gina, I'm the spiritual director here, and I am blessed to be here with you. So we are in for some fun, some absolute joy, and some wonderful music, which is going to start us off. We have Eddie Watkins Jr. starting us off this morning. And the song is called The Answer.
Here we all are, gathered together in this place. Why are we here? What is our purpose? What is His will? How do we know what's true and what's real? We may not know where life's road will lead, but it doesn't matter as long as we believe that God is the answer. God is the answer. God is the answer to whatever the question may be. What's going on in this world today? Where do we fit? What can we do to make a difference? What can we say? Where do we go? This way or that way? If we all pray and truly believe and love one another, we can let the world see that God is the answer. God is the answer. God is the answer to whatever the question may be. We may not know where life's road will lead, but it doesn't matter, long as we believe that God is the answer. God is the answer. God is the answer to whatever the question may be.
And yes, God is the answer to whatever the question may be. So it is time to ask and to celebrate, to be and know My favorite saying that got me to begin meditation was, be still and know. Because in that stillness, the answers come. So we're going to begin with that knowing, and we are going to begin with our invocation from our lovely Karen, who is going to be doing both our invocation and our reading this morning. Thank you so much, Karen, and
And as we are still and as I am thankful. I am thankful for Gina. I am thankful for CSL Greater Boston. I am thankful for a message that resounds and touches each part of me and everyone listening. And I release this knowing it is all perfect, whole, and complete as we are. And we ground this by saying, and so it is. And so it is.
and we had a little bit of problem with music with the sound of thing, but we are back, and Karen is going to do our sacred reading as well.
Hello
Hello
again.
again.
So the sacred readings this morning are, I picked two from the Science of Mind magazine. And the first one is called The Law Always Says Yes. The Mary Strong, Letters from of the Scattered Brotherhood, said, everything you touch, feeling the warmth of an open fire, is an outward and visible witness of the spiritual law. And Ernest Holmes, it must and will respond to everyone because it is law, and law is no respecter of persons. Many students of metaphysics know that the law of mind always agrees with what we are thinking. But I feel that every set of daily guides should remind us of this fact, for so easily do we forget it. Perhaps we don't really know that the most powerful tool at our command is our capacity to think, since thought precedes every choice, every act, no matter how deliberate or fleeting. The old timers loved to say that the law always says yes, the law that Ernest Holmes referred to as the law of mind, but what many call the law of cause and effect. While the mind of God holds all healing and creativity, its major contact with the human use of mind is through an automatic response that seems to say yes. It makes no difference whether humans think with wisdom or depravity. The law seems to say you want it, you've got it, and then proceeds to reproduce the outcome of the thought. If this information is not a reason to pay attention to how and what we are thinking, I do not know what is. Why would we ever carelessly choose to misuse our magnificent minds purposely? We would not, of course. Then our task becomes right use of the law so that its yes works for us. And the second one is called divine right action. There is a wonderful process often used in spiritual thinking, particularly in the science of mind, called divine right action. When we do not fully know what to put forth in our prayer practices, we go to what often becomes the default position of divine right action, which means that God knows what is right for us, even if we don't. But this thinking can trivialize this fine process by our not realizing the scope of the power we are engaging. We know that God's action is always right because it involves wisdom and movement that humanity simply cannot encompass. Even with this awareness, we are still willing to preempt divine knowledge with our own choices front and center because we want things to go a certain way. This is perfectly fine, but what would our lives be like if we were more willing to give our ideas over to divine right action for outcomes that can be better than we imagine? We know that we can always trust the infinite mind to hold only good for us. What we now must know is to give our clear thinking over to God for its lawfully bound perfect motion, thus ensuring all best possible completion. And the affirmation on this one: in deepest peace, love, and gratitude, I give great thanks for the gifts of the Spirit that come to me each day. I trust the infinite mind to hold only good for me, and I give it my best ideas for resolution. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you so much for that, Karen. And we are going to begin right before the message. I'm going to play another song, and I love the song. The song's actually from Pink, but this is a cover of it from One Voice Children's Choir, and it's beautiful. Children are infamous about asking questions. It is said that they ask between 70 to 100 questions a day, which, they're always asking why. And there's beauty in that. That's how they learn. That's how their consciousness grows. But it's how ours grows too. So as you listen to this, listen to these questions, and listen to the children as well as the child in you.
Dark. We are rockets pointing up at the stars. We are billions of beautiful hearts, and you sold us down the river too far. What about
What about us? Yes, what about us? Let's step into questioning everything, including what does that title even mean? Because I have to tell you, when I first read it, I thought, because that's part of the CSL topics of, as far as the weekly topics within our January. And we're really looking at this time, living everyday wonder. That's our year's theme. And part of that wonder is really looking at what we're looking at, paying attention in a whole new way. It's not that life needs to change, it's that my vision, the lenses that I'm looking through, need to change. There are people that will tell you that, that it's all falling apart. And then there are other people that will see only love. So it's a question of what are the lenses you're looking through? What are you looking at? What are you bringing into life? So what about us? And we look at those children and the infinite possibility that is, and know, yes, part of it is our responsibility to give the best life we can to them and for them. But it starts with us. We need to make sure we're doing that for us because we're the ones teaching them. A year ago, it was just about a year ago, it was in January, I was taking one of my ministerial classes, and I am in my final semester. Woo-hoo. Very excited about that. But I was taking a class, and Reverend Dr. Tony Lamata, who was here a couple of weeks ago, and is going to be leading a fabulous class that I'm going to announce later on, she asked me a bold question. She called me out because I was, it's a ministerial program and I've been called and I'm doing what Spirit calls me to do. And she said, that's all well and good, but what do you want? And I said, well, I've been called in Spirit. And she said, no, I didn't ask you that. What do you want? And it dawned on me that I had been doing exactly as a life coach that I am and have been working with people for well over a decade, if not all my life, licensed for the past, 12 years, but at the same time, been doing it all along. And it dawned on me, I was doing exactly what I told them not to do. It's not about serving or being in that victim role. She said, what would you love? What would Gina love? And it really threw me because it dawned on me what I was doing. I was living the life and doing what I thought I had to do, needed to do, yes, chose to do, but it wasn't in an exciting kind of way. And it really jolted me. It almost frustrated me because it was, well, I'm doing what it felt like supposed to be or called to be. But she reminded me and woke me up in a new way. Asking a question signals to life that you are ready to live the answer. And then life lives it through you at the appropriate time. And that's Mary O'Malley. And, that's what it did. It made me think. And not in a way of there was anything bad. And that's the first thing that I'm going to stress here today is it's not about, when I think of questioning everything, it's almost like I think of it in a bad way. Well, why me? Why does it have? It's not about that. We're talking about not in fear, no guilt, no woulda, shoulda, couldas, nothing like that. We're talking about the possibility, the faith, the expectancy, the joy, the expansion. Question what's possible. Question what could be, what might be, what even should be, in the sense of what do I want now? So her asking me, what would you love? Jolted something in me in a way that nothing could. The riddle of the universe is a paradox. The question is its own answer. The mind that asks the question is also of the mind that answers it. And that's Ernest Holmes. Living without fear is what that's from. So the mind that questions is the mind that answers. So I sat with that in contemplation. And I sat and I thought to myself, okay, what do I do with this? And in a curious way. That's something that I've really been doing the new year. That's my, to ask questions. So what is this telling you? If there's a pain in your body that you're experiencing, it's there to tell you something. It's trying to get your attention in some way. If there's something that's frustrating us from the outside, if that's an experience with people, places, things, they're there to teach us something. There's a reason these things have come into our lives. So it's being curious, and that's what I did. You know, what was mine? What would I love? And from that, amazing things unfolded. And it was, none of it was expected. I ended up really thinking about it, and I love doing this. I love speaking with you here online, and I enjoy that platform, but I also in person. I've been a motivational speaker since I was 15 years old. I was doing workshops and trainings, and I love it. It excites me to work with people and to see their faces and to really be with people in that way and engaging. And when I started thinking about it, I got a call. I was talking to a friend of mine who's also in classes. Her name is Laura Topper, who's amazing, soon to be minister. And she is on New Thought Media Radio, New Thought Media Network. And I said, well, what is it? And she was telling me about it. She invited me on her show. And I was asking myself, what would you love? And within a week, I was speaking with Reverend Robert, who runs the network. And by the end of that week, I ended up having 2 shows that went on, and I was part of their prayer team. So I am now on New Thought Media Network, usually about 4 or 5 days a week between the morning prayers, the meditation, and our wonderful service which broadcasts at 5 p.m. There's so many things, and I have my Joy is in the Journey, and I have my Peace Circle, which I've been doing in a different format I've been doing for over 8 years. So it all fell in place that what I love was right there all of a sudden. And literally within a week or two from that, once that was established in that loving space that was just flowed in an easy way, I got the calling to help Boston reemerge. Now I live in Rhode Island, and as much as I knew of the Boston chapter, I'd even spoken there, it wasn't something that I ever would have expected. So when I got this call, I questioned it. I really questioned it. I'm like, oh, well, I'll give this some thought. And I got louder and louder. And a lot happened. And in that interim, here I am. So in the matter of a year, everything changed for who and what I was meant to do. So when I was available to answer, like when I really listened to that question, it showed up. So are you asking yourself the right questions? Ernest Holmes, in our Declaration of Principles, says, we believe in the direct revelation of truth through our intuitive and spiritual nature, and that anyone may become a revealer of truth who lives in close contact with the indwelling God. Anyone can be a revealer of truth if we're paying attention. So how do we do that? What is the appropriate way to be in that question mode? Not why me, because that's, why not you? Why, stuff happens to everybody. It's one of those things. That's one question I never really ask. It's not about that. I wouldn't want anything bad to happen to anyone else. So it's not like I'm looking for it in that way. So why not? There's a reason. There's something here to teach me. And there always is. And we walk through these sometimes lessons, sometimes joys, sometimes we just open and inquisitive, without judgment. Simply witness what's going on around me. When someone, we have all met people that frustrate us. That there's that, it's almost like it's a tag that's in that you've got that you can't, just keep scratching. And you don't know why. There's something in them that reminds me of me. And that's really the truth because they wouldn't have a hold over me if it wasn't. There's something about that that I don't like. So, what is it in me that's reacting? And it's asking the right questions. Again, no fear, not in judgment, not against anything, just being open, sitting in meditation, sitting in contemplation, and asking Spirit, because the answer is within us. There is nothing out there, it's always right here. So when I work with people as a life coach, usually by the time they come to me, it's because they're feeling like, is this all there is? Did I really go through all of my life and spend all of this time and this is it? Really? And I always say, no, there's so much more. The best is yet to come. If you ever walk into life in any other mode but the best is yet to come, you're doing yourself a disservice. Amazing things happen. It has nothing to do with your age, it has to do with your mindset. What is your expectation? Where is your joy factor? What are you deciding? So, the first thing I always ask people is, who are you? Okay? Who are you really? And that does not mean, when I say that, it's not the story you're telling about your life. It's not the drama. It's not the saga. It's not what you've accomplished. It's not the stuff. Who are you? Are you kind? Are you loving? Are you joyful? Who are you? Yes, we have roles in life. I may be a mom, I may be a wife, I may be, you may be somebody's child, you may be all of those things, but that's not who you are. Now, whose you are is divine spirit. Your divine Mother, Father, God is waiting and loving and in as and through you. So you are light. I know what you are and whose you are, but who are you? And what is the story you're telling? Because the words that we use have so much power. So, question, how am I showing up in life? How am I as an employee? Am I meant to run my own business? I've always thought about it. So, what's holding you back? Ask those questions. Why not you? Why not now? What are you waiting for? Now is all you will ever have. There will never be a better time. So, what are you choosing? Those are the questions that we're asking. What gets you excited? What would you love? I'm asking you that question. What would you love? So, in that, you know, Einstein says, if I have an hour to solve a problem that and my life depended upon it, the solution I would spend the first 55 minutes determining the proper question to ask. For once I know the proper question, I could solve the problem in less than 5 minutes. So I'm asking you, what would you love? What excites you? When you think about it, it makes you smile. Maybe you love art. Maybe you love music. Maybe you like being around children. Maybe you like delving into the spiritual, realm of things. Whatever it is, what sets your heart on fire? What makes you optimistic? What makes you who you are? Is it that you love to be around friends? Is it your family? What makes you the person that you are? See, next week we're going to be doing our intentions and a vision board workshop. So it's a good time to ask these questions this week. Who are you? And the second is, what do you really want? Now, I mean, what do you really want? I don't just mean what kind of car you want to drive, because that's all well and good. People, when you think of a vision board, people always think of the specifics. One of the things I have on there is my little golden retriever. I want a golden girl named Joy. That's my golden girl puppy named Joy. So that's why she's on there. But yes, there's things like that. I love dogs. They make me so happy. And when my rocky transition, I'm knowing that the right time and the right exactly conditions, it's unfolding. And I'm gonna know it when it is. So that's I'm holding on to her just until. And it makes me smile just thinking of it. Hence the name Joy. It's already named. So it's what makes you smile? Yesterday I was doing arts and crafts. We were talking before. I was drawing and I was making little ornaments and I was having fun with it. I love blowing bubbles at the ocean. I love being a kid. And a lot of my life, I've been told by different people, it's time to grow up. But, what does that mean? Growing up and growing old are a mindset that I don't choose. You can be mature in your choices and have fun along the way. One has nothing to do with the other. So I encourage you to really think about that. Where are you in your exploration of this? Where are you in your life? And having fun with that sacred inkling, really being in that place. Not the story that someone may have taught you or expected from you. Does that story limit you? Being just the roles that you play, doesn't that limit you? So set it free. You have my permission to completely let it all go and start asking questions. Who am I and what do I really want? What I really want is peace of mind. I want enough time to do the things that I enjoy. I want to be able to focus, follow through, and be done with what I need to get done and move on into the playtime of life. I want to be surrounded by people that I love, that are like minded, and will honor me as I honor them. I want to be healthy, vibrant, and free in all ways, especially financially. It's not that I want stuff. I want enough money to never have to worry about money. That's what I want. So what do you choose? It's not a dollar amount because plenty of people have won $1 million and ended up broke again. What does financial security look like that you never have to think about it again? What are you choosing in your life? And whoever told you that it can't be yours? You don't have to be born into it to become what you're meant to. There's a calling in you. Are you living it? Do you go to work on a Monday morning and think, oh, same crap, different day? Or are you living boldly, loving what you're doing? Is there a passion in you that ignites? When I speak to you, you can tell I get excited because I love the community. I love where I am. I love what I'm talking about. And I love you. I don't have to see you. You may not be, you may be online. I may never even meet you, but I love you. And that's what I'm here to do. Who I am is love. And when I express that, I feel good. When we're living our authentic self and truly living what we're here to do, life opens up in amazing ways. See, there's the outer view with the rules, with the status quo, because it's comfortable for them for you to act that way. And then we jump right out of the box and we live from the inside out. We celebrate life in each and every now moment because we can. That's what we're here to do. We're not just getting by until COVID's done. We're not doing that. We're living. We're experiencing life. We're doing it a different way, and I am excited for it to go away. And in this day, I don't have to walk around like there's a pall over my life. There's a lot of grief and loss, and in those moments, I take those moments. I spend time. I listen to what my intuition is telling me, and I live it. But I don't have to stay there. I don't have to know all the answers, but I also don't have to fear what I don't know. So I really encourage you to be in that space. Jacqueline Winspear said, truth walks towards us on the paths of our questions. Wait a while in the stillness and do not rush to conclusions, no matter how uncomfortable the unknowing. Perhaps you're waiting for that right and perfect relationship and it hasn't happened yet. And you're frustrated. And you're saying, really? Like, why not now? And the truth is, maybe that person's not ready yet. Maybe they're in that bad relationship. Or maybe they're just not in this area yet. Or who knows? I know that this center, re-emerging at the time we did, not necessarily the greatest opportunity of new people walking through the door at times. And that can be disheartening to some. It is what it is. There's a lot of people that don't want to walk into a new space. Although we are wearing masks, we are wearing masks when we're not speaking live. It can be a little scary, so people are watching from home. But we are building our community, this loving family is growing in amazing ways. Consciousness is a thing that cannot be contained. That feeling, that love, that goodness. Don't wait for anything. Whatever is in your heart, live it. Ask those questions. What would I love? Remember that your creator, your divine parent, the maker of all there is, wants you to be happy because it is you. Living, breathing as you, experiencing life. What wouldn't spirit give itself? So don't limit your asking. Well, I have enough. I have a good life. I really shouldn't complain. You're not complaining. You're expanding your possibility. When you have more, when you do more, when you are more of your true self, you have more to give. You are showing people what is possible. You are living that dream instead of waiting for something to happen to you. It happens through you. And the longer you wait, it doesn't get easier. You're out of the flow. You need to be in that flow. When you're joyful, more joy will come to you. It's not any other way. It cannot be any other way. So it's being in that knowing and living, yes, from the inside out. It's being in that place of joyful possibility. Even sometimes, that look of, what's that good trouble that I can get into? Because we are here to help these children have a better tomorrow. And it's not going to happen by accident. We need to do something. And it's not waiting for politicians to change their ways. We change ours. We stand up for what is ours to do. I don't have to be overwhelmed by it. But I need to participate in life so that it's not happening to me, because I'm no victim. It's happening through me in joyful creation. Anne Frank said, "The word why not only taught me to ask, but also to think. And thinking has never hurt anyone. On the contrary, it does us all a world of good. As long as it's the right thing, in the right direction." And it's easy. As I always say, that rumble strip tells you. If you're feeling good, you're going in the right direction. If you're not, you're not. It's that simple. Think of those emotions. Any negative emotion is like being on that rumble strip. And I need to go to center. I need to go back within and be in that place of knowing. So ask yourself, what do I really want? And, if you, because people will always say, well, I want $1 million and I want this and I want that. And I asked them, okay, you have a choice of $1 million or the cure for your child or loved one. There's never a question which one you choose. So it's being in that place of knowing there's so much more. And it's all meant for you. All good is meant for you. The universe is your shopping cart. And I want you to walk into this week thinking that. And not about stuff. Stuff is great, but stuff can clutter and it can distract us from what's important, like our relationships, our health, our time, our peace of mind. The stuff can be a distraction. So it's not about that. Stuff is nice too. We all want a nice house. We all want a comfortable car that we can drive in and not have to worry about it. I was very grateful that I'm driving here and I'm safe on a Sunday morning on a highway and I don't have to worry about it. I was very grateful driving in and appreciative because the car I drive, Spirit made it just happen. It wasn't the way I would have wanted it to happen. I had a 6-year-old car that just got past the warranty. Within weeks of the warranty, the engine crashed. And you want to talk about asking why? I was pissed. And the truth is, it was because better was waiting. And I drive all the time now knowing I drive a better car, newer car, not constantly, I'm just grateful. Spirit works, and it's my faith in it that makes the difference. There's infinite supply. What do you want? What is yours? Don't go to the ocean with a pup. Jump in. It's yours. There's no limit. But you have to know that, believe that, feel that, live it. And be in that space of trusting it. Einstein said, I have no special talents. I'm only passionately curious. This is the person that we think of when we talk about, being an Einstein is the most brilliant man there ever was. I'm just passionately curious. So be passionately curious. This week, I want you to go out and look. And if you can find a picture of it, whatever it is, I want you to be in that place and really cut out whatever it is. Print out, cut out, do whatever you need to do. We're going to talk about different aspects of vision boards. So the workshop is next week. If you're online, it's going to be after service. So if you're going to be online, I want you to reach out to me. And you can reach out to me, Gina at cslboston.org is my email address. Again, it's Gina at cslboston.org. Reach out to me. You can send me a message through Facebook. Even use the site. You can use the Greater Boston Facebook. Whatever you need to do, send me a message, and I will get you the list of things that you're going to want to have at home so that you can participate to the fullest. So reach out to me. Know that we are here and celebrating life. Be in it. Be part of it. Choose. What would you love? Is there a book that's in you? Wayne Dyer said, don't die with the music still in you. If you always wanted to do something, maybe you wanted to travel. So what do you choose? No, you may not be going wherever all over the world right now. But you can start that. You can start planning for it. You can start anything right now. It's not too late for anything at all. So be here now. Live in joy. Be in joy. Enjoy your life. That's why you're here. Open up to spirit, vision. We do it every Monday. We do it for the center every Monday. And it also comes back. And I'm doing all our announcements as we go, but visioning, Mondays at noon. Join us. And there's also on our website, you can go to our website and get all kinds of information of what's coming up. But really be in that place of allowing Spirit to speak to and through you. What would you love? What do you choose? So I am so grateful to be able to talk to you about this today. And next week is going to be fun with the vision boards. Again, you can do it virtually and just zoom in, because that's how we're going to do it. Or in person, come on down and I'll have what you need here. But start looking around. If there's poems that you love, if there's quotes that you love, print them out. Whatever it is that you see that represents what it is that you want. If you see the word relax, if you see peace, if you see travel, whatever it is, start cutting things out and claiming your good right here and right now. It's time to expand your world in the ways that you choose. Yes, trust divine timing and know that the when, the how, that's spirit. But spirit is paying attention, but it's paying attention to everything. So be present, be here and right now. And I thank you for being here with us today. And it is time for the law of circulation. If you have been blessed by what it is that you've heard here, I invite you to say our sacred giving affirmation with me. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I serve. And here we are passing around the butterfly, and we are, it is a gift. Know that we have different ways that you can share your gifts with us as well. If you've been spiritually fed, know that yes, there's expenses for what it is that we do. So we appreciate you making it possible. So you can use PayPal. We have our new little code there too now. You can scan and go straight there. We also do text to give, and you can text in whatever amount. Thank you. Thank you for all that you have done to help us be here today and all that you're doing. And again, visioning is on Monday. So tomorrow at noon, every Monday, we vision, and it's amazing what comes. And Saturday is next Saturday, this coming week is going to, sorry, next Sunday rather, after service is our vision board workshop. So plan to join us, and if you know anyone, bring them with you. Okay, if there's someone that you think it's time that they reset, maybe you have kids that you want to bring. It's a wonderful opportunity to refocus on what it is you love and what you choose. We are global, and we are live at 5 p.m. on New Thought Media Network. There's a lot of great stuff there. Know that you can reach out there and let people know that we're there. Let people know about us. We have a class coming up. Dr. Tony Mamato, she is amazing, and it's on conscious aging. And several of our people are going to be there, and it is open. So if they've never taken a Science and Mind class before, that's fine. Know that it's about loving where you are and making the most out of it. So absolutely, there's a link to it in our newsletter, and of course, you're always welcome to reach out to me as well. We're going to do some fellowship after the service, so you can reach us via Zoom. And again, if you're not on our mailing list, on our email, we only send one out a week unless there's an emergency or something with weather or something like that. But in general, we're not going to bombard you, but it is important to know what's going on. Sign up at cslboston.org. You can go see our site if you haven't seen it lately. Chris has done a fabulous job. All of our links to different things are on there on the calendar. It's amazing. As well as it gives you the opportunity to see what's coming up. So I am so grateful for all of you being here with us. And I want to end in prayer and be in this place of centering prayer. So we're going to go into treatment, our affirmative prayer. And I invite you to be right here, right now. Just take a breath and be present in the presence, knowing that the infinite possibility of life, of all there is right here, right? That allness, that oneness is all that there is. Love, life, infinite possibility, beauty, harmony, joy, right here and right now, all in that oneness. There is nothing other than that one, and I am that I am presence. It's Spirit is living and moving and having its being influenced as me right here and right now. And as I know it of me, I know it of each one. Each one is that infinite divine expression, stardust, that magic, that beauty, that harmony, affluence, and absolute prosperity in all forms. And I claim all of it right here and right now. I know that the wonder of life, that magic that keeps it fun, is rekindled in each one, within my voice and beyond. I know that the infinite spirit, creator of all there is has opened the doors to the storehouse of good, and each one is escorted in lovingly, surrounded, and as love and light right here and right now. I claim the vitality and the vibrance of youth. I claim the joy of a laughing child. I claim the love and companionship of a puppy. I claim all the good that there is in the world flowing in through and as me and each one right here and right now. I celebrate the infinite possibility and purpose of each one, knowing that the good that is brought forth from this moment is magnificent. I am so grateful for you questioning with me today, so grateful for the opulence that is, and knowing that the law as the doer makes it so, that I need not figure anything out. I give it all, and I let God be God today. I let the universe take it all. And I celebrate it, letting it be easy, letting it be joyful, letting it be fun. I celebrate it. I say, Amen and blessed be. And together we say, and so it is. So thank you for being part of this service with us today. Thank you for asking, what would I love? And being in that all week till I see you next time for our workshop. I invite you to just be in that place and expect the unexpected. So the final song that we're going to end with today is A Million Dreams. And again, it is the One Voice Children's Choir that's singing it. A Million Dreams. So dream those dreams this week. Blessings and love. Namaste.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care, so call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams.
They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we define.
For the world we're gonna make, however big